I feel like dumb people are very, like, dumb.
Back with some more Tom MacDonald. Everybody hates me. Let's get into it.
Yeah. White people hate me, they say that I'm using my privilege for evil, I get it, hey. Black people hate me, they say that I'm racist, my feelings don't match with their message, whoa. Feminists hate me because I believe that their movement is angry and sexist. Ooh, my girlfriend hates me and I don't know why, but I love her, whatever, forget it, yeah.
Oh, the punchlines! They never get old.
I feel like we laugh on every Tom MacDonald song. Okay. Who hates him because of what? That was a whole lot of hate going on.
Yes. White people hate him because he's using his privilege wrong.
Boom. Okay. That's ridiculous. But it doesn't surprise me given where we are right now as a society. That doesn't surprise me.
I don't know what he said. I know he said feminist. I know he said his girlfriend.
He said black people hate him because of something, feelings, and the message is running back.
Maybe.
It's a whole lot of hate going on.
I'm racist, my feelings. Yeah. White people hate me, they say that I'm using my privilege for evil, I get it, hey.
Okay. I'm sure that's a thing. I've never experienced it.
What?
Obviously. Like, white people hate him because he's using his privilege wrong. Have you guys experienced any of that kind of thing? Like, people tell you, like, if you're white, they tell you you're using your privilege wrong and that kind of stuff? That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I've never experienced it. I'm not white. It doesn't surprise me based on where we are as a society, though.
Wait, you have.
How?
Because they'll be like...
Can't wait to hear this.
They'll tell you, they'll be like, well, you didn't grow up in the ghetto. You didn't have to...
Okay, it's a similar thing.
Similar thing where it's like, basically, you're supposed to be, like, speaking on behalf of the underprivileged black people.
As if I know what that's like.
Right. It's like...
Right, it's ridiculous. It'll be like, my opinion doesn't matter because I didn't grow up in the trenches.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, my goodness.
They'll be like, well, you knew your dad.
Right.
Yeah, so...
But yeah, let me know if you guys have experienced this, being told, like, you're using your privilege wrong. That is insane.
Black people hate me, they say that I'm racist, my feelings don't match with their message, whoa.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me either. Like, black people hate him because his feelings don't match with their message. I mean, that is just... We
already know what...
Absolutely zero
it's
surprise
the mainstream message. I feel like this is funny. I like how he's like...
Right. This is going to be a great song.
Feminists hate me because I believe that their movement is angry and sexist. Ooh, my girlfriend hates me and I don't know why, but I love her, whatever, forget it, yeah. And gay people hate me because when I see something I don't like, I say that it's gay. Straight people hate me for having the balls to go say what they think and that makes them afraid. Dumb people hate me for making the music containing the truth to expose all the ways. The government robs them, the pop culture kills them, the rappers convince them to ruin their brains. Go ahead and say all of that wild online, man. You might need a Dr. Phil if you catch me outside, and I will not apologize if you ain't one of mine, fam. I cannot afford to give up if it was finance. They been hating, I think it's stupid funny. Haters, fake friends, making me stupid money. They been hating, making me famous. Keep hating, you're wasting all of your energy on me. Everyone hates me for something or makes something up when they hate me for nothing. They claim I'm a Satanist. Hitler's my cousin. I beat up a kid. I killed them.
Okay, so I like that little head, the thing at the bottom of the screen where the head's like bopping on each word. I don't know what you call it, but that's a cool special effect.
Let's see, I thought we were going to end up pausing after each hate group thing, but
then
it's
it's
like,
the whole song.
That's the whole song. We had to pick and choose.
I was like, whoa there. So I'd pause it.
Right.
And plus, like, my mind wants to pause to process each one.
Right.
But it's like, he's on to the next, so yeah.
Yeah, do you remember any of the other ones? Oh, so many.
Yeah, he said straight people hate him because he says whatever that makes them feel intimidated or whatever. Makes them feel insecure. And then he was like, people hate because he tells the truth and it's like the government's taking all your money, this and this.
Everyone's getting dumber.
Yeah, something like that.
He's not missing.
No.
Like every hate thing is just like, oh, that's smack, yeah, that. You know
That's
what I mean?
like every song he does.
True.
Every
true.
song we've heard so far, it's like,
right.
a message.
Right. I'm going to catch one, I'm going to speak on it.
Big on it then.
Everyone hates me for something or makes something up when they hate me for nothing. They claim I'm a Satanist, Hitler's my cousin. I beat up a kid, I killed Bambi while hunting. Hey, I heard he's Illuminati. Hey, I heard he's related to Trump. Whoa, I heard he's reptilian probably. Hey, I heard he kills kids.
Reptilian? I'm sure.
Illuminati, reptilian.
Related to
Trump. Hitler's his cousin.
Killed Bambi, beat up a kid.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me because, nothing he says surprises me because it's all true.
Right.
But, people call anyone they don't like a Nazi pretty much.
Pretty much.
So I'm not surprised he gets the Hitler thing.
Pretty much. Yeah, they even have, what was it? Reverse supremacy or something? Where basically if you're black, it's like if you're anything but white and you don't agree with the mainstream narrative, then you're also a white supremacist. But it's like, there's a word for it. Like a reverse supremacy or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this reverse.
It's something like that. It's like...
I know what you're talking about, though.
But maybe that's not the word, but there's a word for it.
No, yeah, I've never heard of whatever the word is, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Basically, if you don't agree with the mainstream narrative, you're the equivalent of a white supremacist.
Even if you're not, yeah.
Yeah, even if you're not white.
Even if you're not white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Satanist, Hitler's my cousin. I beat up a kid, I killed Bambi while hunting. Hey, I heard he's Illuminati. Hey, I heard he's related to Trump. Whoa, I heard he's reptilian probably. Hey, I heard he kills kittens for fun. All lies, all lies, all lies. Y'all fall, I rise. Yeah, y'all phony tough and I'm blowing up, and that's your fault, not mine. Yeah. Everybody hates me, and I only know because I read it. And I'd hate y'all too if that bothered me, but honestly, I don't let it. Yeah. Go ahead and say all of that wild online, man. You might need a doctor fit if you catch me outside, and I will not apologize if you ain't one of mine, fam. I could not afford to give a if it was finance. They been hating, I think it's stupid funny. Haters, fake friends, making me stupid money. They been hating, making me famous. Keep hating, wasting all of your energy on me. Y'all wasting energy, y'all look just like enemies. Only goal is stopping mine. Y'all gonna need some better dreams. I've been on the grind, looks like y'all been on your knees, talking while you're online, hating who you'll never be. Y'all are 35, acting like you're 17, working late at 9 to 5s, jealous I just rap and sleep. You're angry at your life, got a job, forgot to leave. Now you're growing older in the only town you'll ever see. They been hating.
Ooh, he just flamed him.
Yeah, he did.
That was cold.
Yes,
he was like,
did.
only dreams and goals is stopping me, and you just mad because all I do is rap and sleep, and you're 35 acting 17, and like, what did he say? Looking at the last part, the only town you'll ever see or something. Basically, like, looking at him in LA living the life, like, from your only town you'll ever live in. Like, I was like, he's flaming these people.
In the only town you'll ever see. They been hating, I think it's stupid funny. Haters, fake friends, making me stupid money. They been hating, making me famous. Keep hating, you're wasting all of your energy on me. They been hating, I think it's stupid funny. Haters, fake friends, making me stupid money. They been hating, making me famous. Keep hating, you're wasting all of your energy on me.
Well, that happened.
Izzy. Lift your hand up. Make a different face.
You said you had to light the backdrop too. Are you sure you don't want me to pull it
How
down?
many times did I say no, not yet?
Twice.
This is crazy. So, I feel like when you watch these videos, it does look like a professional video.
It is.
And so, like, when you
Well,
see
yeah,
the,
she shoots it herself.
yeah.
I would just consider her a professional. She's
Right.
a beast.
She's a beast. 'Cause when you see the ending clips, it's like, dang, I didn't think that was the set.
Right,
Like, just her with a camera.
right. Those comments were ridiculous. I was trying to read them as they were scrolling by.
Yeah, they were like, you like farts. You sit when you pee. It's like so much stuff that's like, He wasn't wrong, though. Who has time for that?
I mean, it's a shame. I wish I remembered all the hate things. There was so many.
Right? You need to get the lyrics. And go lyric by lyric and do a breakdown. A 1 hour breakdown.
Yes.
I mean, he was making points. Because, I mean, it really is modern day. It just seems like it went from, like, I don't know. It seemed like it went from, like, an actual grievance to, like, every single subcategory of anything.
It's ridiculous. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
There's, like, 100 categories of victim groups that you have to learn about each of their 10 eggshells to walk around. You know what I mean? Now you have 1,000 eggshells you're trying to walk around every day. It's ridiculous. And Tom said he's done walking on eggshells. He's just stepping on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because it got to the point where it's like, okay, modern day, I'm supposed to be a minority woman. You know what I mean? It's just all the, like, sort of little subcategory grievance groups and whatever.
You're supposed to be like a double victim.
I'm supposed to be like a double victim. And I got, like, literally a white friend, like, totally mad at me and, like, you know what I mean? Like, blocking me on social media, actually.
Because you didn't agree with the mainstream narrative, and she did.
And she did.
So she's like, you're not using your black victimhood properly. Block. Like, what?
Yes. And, like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that, like, hurt my feelings because it's just, like, the audacity to, like, I mean, I don't know, to me, it's almost like the polar opposite impact that this narrative is saying it wants is what's happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, basically, I end up white Jewish girl telling me how I'm supposed to feel. You know what I'm saying? It's, like, quite backwards. Because isn't that what's supposed to be what they're fighting? And I don't know.
Based on what they say, they should be amplifying your voice. Not trying to shut it down because you feel differently than
You know
what they want you to feel.
Yes. You know? And it's like, it was just very, very, very weird. That was some of the stuff we were talking about in 2020 that just happened that was like, well, you know, we cleaned up our friends. It didn't try to, but it just happened. You know? I mean, just with the pandemic and everything. It's just, like, crazy, though. Like, this, like, definitely, it is terrifying.
I mean, that would be true white supremacy. You have this white girl trying to make you feel like a victim. If you don't want to feel like a victim, she doesn't want you to speak at all. But they're fighting against white supremacy, which they would call Tom a white supremacist, a guy who just says what is on his mind. And he said he doesn't even hate his haters. He doesn't have time to hate his haters. Can't afford to hate his haters, finance, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's the white supremacist. But the girl who wants to force you to feel like a victim is, like, a good person.
Yep. Forced. Like, literally, like, there was no conversation back and forth. Literally, she said what she said and blocked. You know? But I feel like that is the kind of terrifying thing about the modern culture. Is that, like, the opposite effect. People are not, like, they're not, like, as much as they say they're woke, they're not waking up to realize, like, what is actually happening.
Right.
Like, they really don't realize you're getting the opposite of what you want. You know, they're just, like, so, like, this is how it's got to be. And it's like, anybody who doesn't subscribe to that, it's like there's tons of other perspectives. But now anyone with another perspective is some kind of supremacist.
Yeah, if you're not into victimhood, you're some kind of supremacist.
But it's weird because it's like that's one position and the majority is it's several other positions, but they treat it like that's the one and they're the multitude. You know what I'm saying? It's so backwards. Very weird times.
All right, I want to run that beginning hate part back.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
White people hate me, they say that I'm using my privilege for evil, I get it, hey. Black people hate me, they say that I'm racist, my feelings don't match with their message, whoa. Feminists hate me because I believe that their movement is angry and sexist. Woo.
That one, the feminist one. Feminists hate him because they believe his movement he believes their movement is angry and sexist.
Yes.
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, people could say what they want to say, but, you know, feminism back in the day, I would say it's different than it is now. Right. Third wave and whatnot.
Right. For sure.
It definitely comes off that way to me.
I feel like the issue that I have a lot of times is just like, we coexist. Like, we have fathers, and like a girl will love her dad, be a feminist, and that is, you can be empowered and also love your father or your boyfriend or your son or whatever. But nowadays, it almost seems like you're supposed to not have a husband. You're supposed to not have a boyfriend. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have a bad relationship with your dad. You know what I mean?
It's like you get brownie points if you have that.
Yeah, and it's not like it's not overt, but it's like when you just notice how people move, it's like you get it's like encouraged to.
So like people post on social media all kind of like all their male drama and stuff, and they're supposed to get like,
right.
Oh yeah, you know the struggle, girl. You know the struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like looked up upon.
And personally, I feel like at the end of the day, that isn't good for men or women because it's like, ultimately, like what I found with my friends at least is a lot of girls were having problems finding decent guys. And it's because the way of treating men in that sort of like mindset is not going to attract the types of men that they want to be with. So they end up getting with guys who just want to sleep with them, and then they get their heart broken and don't realize that it's because you like don't really like men.
Right, I feel like it's like they're taught to view all men as like some kind of molesty, rapist, you know, all this kind of misogynistic, like demon characters. And like the vast majority of men are not like that.
Right.
But if you view men like that, the good guys aren't going to want to be around you. Like you're only left with what you view men as. So you're going to have really bad experiences with men.
And so they end up thinking it's not me, it's thee. And they go out into the dating world, and when a guy sweet talks her and gets in her pants, then she feels hurt, and it just reaffirms her hate for men. But it's like she didn't read into the fact that he wasn't really into her like that, because, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a catch-22, because I feel like modern day feminism is like lowering the quality of women and men.
It's unfortunate. I feel like a lot of women walk into it in their youth, you know, teenage years, taught it maybe even in middle school.
Yeah.
And like they really want like something good, even if they already have the thing they want and don't even know it, and they're taught that there's all these like make-believe problems and stuff. And some of the problems are real, but they're taught a lot of things that like don't really exist. Like every man's not trying to assault you and stuff like that. Like if a guy hugs you too long, he might just be socially awkward. He might be a weird dude. Or maybe he just hugged you too long. I don't know what you can gather from that. But
It's a lot of lies and a lot of
you met a weird dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All mixed in. And then they end up confused. And the sad part is that, like, it might start off as, like, a harmless, like, girl power. Or, like, and it's like, I'm
a little fun thing to say.
Yeah, and I'm all for women, like, you know, enhancing, like, doing what you want to do.
Whatever women want to do.
Yeah, enhance yourself, do whatever
you want to do. It's like equal opportunity. Great.
Right.
A woman should be able to decide whether she wants to work a career or be a stay-at-home mom. Right. Great. That decision is up to a woman.
Absolutely.
All for that. But all the other stuff just seems like, ooh, a little preferential treatment, a little angry, a little man-hatey, you know what I mean?
It seems like it started harmless, and then the powers that be or whatever, like, cooked into it a whole agenda, and I'm not with it. And modern day, it's a lot of girls don't even, they're just like,
don't know what it's about.
They're just, but it's like they don't see. Like a lot of girls, I feel like a lot of people are naive and they just don't see how people are moving. They just take your words.
So they just see a meme and be like, oh yeah, I'm a feminist too.
Right. Or
they get brainwashed into it from a very young age.
Right.
See the news.
Right. They trust people's words more than their actions, and they don't, before they know it, they're like, you know, too far gone.
Girlfriend hates me and I don't know why, but I love her, whatever, forget it, yeah. And gay people hate me because when I see something I don't like, I say that it's gay. Straight people...
Okay, so that part, I feel like that is actually offensive to gay people. But like, I grew up that same way though. We used to say that anything we didn't like, be like, that's gay. Like you didn't probably, but like me and my brothers, we used to.
Well, see, I grew up in theater, so I grew up around gay people all the time. I had a lot of gay friends growing up. So it's strange though, because I feel like, okay, I'm not in the community, but from my experience and like, you know, the people I've been close with, I feel like they know the difference between when somebody's hating and when somebody's just being themselves. And like modern day, just like everything, it's like, it'll seem like all women are just extremely gonna like Me Too you if you do, you know what I mean? And it's like, there are the people very extreme, and they're the people who realize what's intentional and what's not, you know? Right. Same with black people. It's like there are literally different demographics. And so I feel like with gay people it's the same way.
Right. But that is still, I can see how that would be offensive. I don't say it anymore. Just because I feel like that might be offensive to some people. So I don't say it. I respect that. You know what I mean?
Because it's not like it's not used in like a complimentary.
Right. Like you're people, like equating them to whatever is stupid.
Right. And it's like,
I mean, some people really do not like gay people. So I guess it doesn't matter for them. But it's like, I'm not trying to intentionally like bash someone, so I don't say it.
I feel like that's what you
But I did grow up saying it. Like that was just like how we talked.
Yeah, it was back in the day how they did it.
But
I feel like that's what you were saying about like you get extremism as a contrast to like hypersensitivity. So it's like that might be something culturally that we could change that would actually overall improve certain people's quality of life without lessering others that much.
Right.
But when you put it in the same lumped pile as all the other crap that's like illegitimate and stupid and like, you know what I mean? You can't live, then it's like he's just going to step on eggshells. You know what I mean? Make you want to step on him even more.
Right.
And so like that's the messed up thing.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much used to say it till I found out some of my family members are gay and in the closet and whatnot. And they said they were born that way. Some people will believe it, some people won't. It's whatever. I take them at their word.
I'm not trying to hate nobody. Like,
yeah, I'm not trying to just like equate them to everything stupid. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I definitely used to say that too.
I feel like people use it kind of like a curse word.
Right.
Like kind of like casually and whatever. But then it's like when you realize like curse words are not personal, but for some people they are, then it's like
Me for having the balls to go say what they think and that makes them afraid. Dumb people hate me for making the music containing the truth to expose all the ways. The government robs them, the pop culture kills them, the rappers convince them to ruin their...
Ooh, I bet dumb people hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb people hate when you do something intelligent.
But it's that Dunning-Kruger, with the Dunning-Kruger effect or whatnot.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
How do I say this without sounding like... You know what I mean? But
the loudest one in the room is the brokest.
Yes. It's like...
when it comes to intelligence.
The Dunning-Kruger effect is real. It's like, okay, you could be smart in other areas, right? So maybe I'm not saying someone's dumb overall. But a lot of people think they are experts in cultural issues they know nothing about. But you couldn't tell them a thing.
Nah.
You know what I mean? You couldn't tell them anything. It's like the Dunning-Kruger effect. Like, you know so little about something, you think you know everything about it. You really think you're so smart and such an expert on it. And you may be great in another field. I'm not saying you're completely, like, useless as a human. But I am saying, in this particular area, you might be relatively, like, no knowledge.
It's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. Like, I mean, that just takes me back to the friend that blocked me. It's like, you really think you know my experience and how I should feel and what I should think.
And her life is terrible, too. She has no business trying to tell someone else what to think.
But it's like it didn't have to be terrible. It's terrible by choice.
It is terrible by choice.
It's actually it's a great setup.
Right.
But terrible by choice.
Right.
But it's like, wow, you know, the audacity to, like, try to... You know what I mean? It's like, that happened to me quite a few times in 2020 where basically somebody tried to, like, take your literal experience from you and take their theoretical experience.
Right.
And, like, somehow, like, disarm your experience with, I don't even know. You know what I'm saying, though?
It's like, she don't know nothing about being black, and she's going to tell you how you're supposed to feel being black.
Yes.
Because she watched the news, and the news says every black person says, woe is me, I'm a victim.
Right.
And that's not true.
Right. Right. It's just like, what? That's disgusting. Like, I feel like dumb people are very, like, dumb.
True words have never been spoken. That is a fact. I think we should end it on that one.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video with us. Comment your thoughts below. Like the video. Subscribe to our channel for more. And until next time, that's a wrap.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. We to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't know.